Our world, it is Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021, and it's overcast and cold, and it was a little windy this morning, 28 degrees, although I think it's going to be warming up. I think I read 55 on Christmas Day. Not normal. The devotion for today is But Love, written by Marilyn Pajan Banks. Marilyn bases the devotion upon Matthew chapter 1, verses 24 through 25, New International Version. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. And Marilyn writes, the but in the story has me looking at Joseph in a new way. I checked at least 3 different translations, and verse 25 starts with but in all of them. I still believe Joseph to be kind because he considered leaving Mary without causing her public shame. I still believe him to be obedient because the text tells us that Joseph did as he was told. But I cannot help wonder what made Joseph hold off on consummating their marriage until after Jesus was born. Was he mad? Did he still have doubts about Mary and this so-called holy conception? Was it his ego? Did he suffer from imposter syndrome? Was Joseph punishing Mary by withholding sex? Did he withhold other forms of intimacy as well? I hope not. Trusting what God is doing is not always easy, especially when God's plans disrupt the plans and dreams one has for themselves and their loved ones. Coming to terms with an unexpected reality takes time, takes work, and takes letting go of what could have been in order to make room for what is. The struggle to remain faithful when it seems your world is crashing in all around you is hard as hell, but love makes it possible. And the prayer. God, as we come close to the celebration of the birth of Jesus, may we let go of any expectations, fear, or doubt that would hinder us from fully experiencing the intimacy of your love made flesh among us. Well, a couple things when I was reading this devotion is, one, I'm not sure of what the Levitical laws would have been for a man being intimate with her husband while she was pregnant. I don't really know, but my guess is there's probably something in there about not having relations during that time. So that could very well be. And I think it points out the need to not jump to conclusions about things when something happens. I know it's probably way off the scope of the devotion, but that's kind of what was running through my head when I read it. But the other thing that struck me was more not in the devotion, but in the scripture, the last sentence, and he gave him the name Jesus. By naming him, Joseph did claim Jesus as his own, and that was an honorable and respectable thing to do for him and for Mary and for Jesus as well. But I think what Marilyn says about trusting what God is doing is not always easy. I think discerning what God is doing is not always easy. It's hard work. But I think the key there is what she closes with is, in her prayer, is love. If love's not involved in it, it's probably not what God is doing. And Joseph, the way he treated Mary, seems to me, was truly in terms of love. So hold that thought during this holiday week, especially if the stresses of the week start to get to you. Look for love. Be love. Hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.